Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I would take you on a tour of my backyard garden and show you how I have set up a small backyard with raised bed gardens. And yeah, so I'm going to take you on a tour this morning. Okay, so many years ago this whole area used to be an in-ground garden, and it was a lot to take care of. I never did enjoy gardening back then, but I had severely sprained my knee a couple of times, so that was just not an option to be squatting down for that long a period to weed. Anyways, so probably 10 years we didn't do any gardening at all. And then probably about 4 years ago I'd asked my husband if maybe we should start again. So he built me these beds on legs, which was awesome, on your back and your legs and your knees. So yeah, these are home built by my husband. He did a great job, and that's what we did year one, was just these two here. So anyways, so what I have in this one is I've planted onions. I'm gonna plant some carrots in the middle, and on the second one over there is going to be strawberries. I've planted chives in there. I don't know if they're going to take. I don't really have a green thumb, and I've planted chives before and they didn't come out, so I'm not sure about that. So anyways, we'll see how that goes as the season goes on. Then year two, my husband said, do you want me to build you a couple more boxes? And I said sure, but I said I didn't want to spend the money that we spent on the raised beds, because that was probably a few $100s in just the wood. So then I decided just to do this. I think they're probably 6 to 8 inches high. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, I didn't measure it. But anyway, so we did two more the second year, and that was fantastic. What we have right now is in the green over there is dill, and it self-seeds. So originally I had dill in the one with the strawberries, and then it just seeded into this one, and it takes up most of the bed. So yeah, I'll show you a close-up there. Okay, so this is the dill bed. These are 8 feet long, by the way. So I also planted a little bit of spinach right here. They're starting to come up. Planted two plants of broccoli, which are just starting to come up. Did a cauliflower. That one hasn't started. So yeah, that's what this bed is. Okay, then on year 3 we did these two here, so that will make 6 beds. We did that one as well. So yeah, we wanted to match, so I did both of those. So we put some fencing up so that we could do some beans growing up. Whole beans is what I wanted to, some cucumbers and stuff like that. So that one, and let's see about this. Okay, and then we did this really big one, which is actually double the size of all the other ones. So this is 16 feet. So I planted some peas. I'll show you a close-up here. So I planted some peas, and they're just starting to come up with a few weeds as well. And if you're wondering why the fence around it, it would be because of this little handsome guy right there, who likes to jump in every garden that I just plant. So as well, last year I put down fabric, landscaping fabric in between all of the beds, because our lawnmower just barely fit in, but then it was always blowing all of the grass into the gardens, and it was always right after I just weeded and made it look nice. So I decided to go through that. It was a lot of work. But yeah, I didn't dig up the grass. I just put it on top. So every year you'll see little weeds and stuff, they do come through, but I also put mulch on top to make it look nice. This year I decided not to remulch on top, just to save a little bit of money this year, but that it's been so nice for one less thing to worry about having to get in and edge all between everything. So that I was very happy that I did and took the time to do. Okay, so just wanted to quickly show you. So I have a few pots just laying around here. This is mint chocolate. I did plant in here a sunflower, but I don't know that it's going to take. That was a good month ago. My son uses this. He plays hockey and he uses those as his goal area. So that's always, even if I move it, he does that. So, but what else I wanted to show you was, sorry if I just hit something there. I got planters. These I sometimes use for tomato plants. Sometimes I'll put flowers in. I'm hoping this year flowers. I also use totes. When I don't have enough room, or I just want something separate because they don't grow well with something else, I will use those. And that's also a great idea if you, say, live in an apartment and you want to grow something on your balcony. I know my mom is planning on doing that with a couple tomato plants and pepper. She's going to try to see how well that does. So, and also, let me see if I can see. And I have a couple just smaller red ones over there that I have put in. Last year I grew spinach in both of them, the mini spinach, and that worked out really, really well. And I have another grow bag there, and I have a couple just flowers over here. So okay, so to the other side of the yard, I planted 2 apple trees here and there. One is a Gala and the other is a Red Delicious. I think this is year 3, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure. It's been 3 years since I planted it, so I'm not sure how the growing seasons work like that, because I heard year 2 it blooms, and year 3 I should have apples, but I might be wrong on that. So anyways, this is the first year that this one is blooming. This one has not this year, so I'm guessing it'll be a year behind this one. Anyways, I planted some lemon balm here. That does fantastic. And then last year my husband said, why don't we do 2 more beds? So we have this one and the one at the back. And I'll take you over here. So I just planted 2 rows of carrots and a row of spinach in this one about not quite 2 weeks ago, and the spinach is just starting to pop up. I don't see too many carrots. I had planks on them and I just took them off this morning. Okay, so this is the other apple tree. That one's a little taller than the other. And then this one here, I did potatoes in. I still have to weed around it, so excuse that mess, please. But I planted these potatoes, I'm gonna say a month and a half ago, maybe. And when I planted the potatoes, the tubers were so long, like I'm talking this long on some of them. I had grew the potatoes last year, put them in a box and forgot about them. Okay, I have one more area to show you, just along the fence here. So just about 2 to 3 weeks ago, we planted 2 blueberry bushes over here in the corner away from everything because they need slightly acidic soil, so we thought we'd keep them at the end. But I would say about 3 years ago, I decided to dig up before I tell you that, so yeah, I planted a marigold here the other day, and what does my dog do? He comes and he steps on it. Oh, what am I going to do with him? Anyways, I had a really big dill that I transplanted over there, and you can see it's been eaten. I don't know, let's see if we can get you a close-up. you can see that it's been eaten, and I'll tell you why. It was a baby. We have a little baby rabbit in our backyard. So I was edging yesterday, and I came across this little, oh, I'm not sure what happened. That used to be up higher. Anyways, see where all the fuzz is, and I came across that, and then it started moving, and a little baby rabbit, maybe a week old, tiny cute little thing, came running out. So I'm gonna gather that's what's eating my dill. Okay, so all along the fence I took out, I'm gonna say it's between 2 and 3 feet of grass. Well, I shouldn't say I did, my son and my husband actually did that for me, but all along from the front down there. And I have planted potatoes 1 year there. I did tomatoes. Tomatoes seems to do really well here, so that's what I'm going to plant along here again. Last year I planted 70 plants of tomatoes between along here and throughout the beds. So yeah, that is a really good thing that I'm happy that I did. So then I'm going to move you over just a little. Try not to go too fast. I don't know if that's too dark. Here we go. I also have six grow bags over here, and I planted, I can't remember if I did two potatoes in each or more. I think it's just 2. I'm trying to utilize as much space as possible to grow as much food as I can, while still leaving a little bit of space for us to hang out if we want to get together with some family, and the dog to run around and everything like that. So, and then I just have another area I'm going to show you. So, okay, so this is at the side. This is at the side of my one shed. I wanted this to be a medicinal garden. Like, this is all new to me, so I'm not like an expert on it or anything. Actually, I don't even know what some of them look like. So this is dill that grew. Seeds blew from way over on the other side of the yard. So I'm going to see if I can transplant some of these over where the rest of them are. And what did I have? So I have St. John's worts. I just planted those last year for the first time, because this bed is new, because we just put up this shed, which I'll show you the front after. Last year my husband and son put that together for me, and then I'm thinking of all these other things that I want to do, so I said I want a small medicinal garden. So I planted seeds in there. Some didn't take at all. The St. John's worts just started coming up, no flowers or anything like that. They didn't do very much last year, but they're up decent high this year. And then I planted some echinacea. I think I see one growing up, and I can't remember what. I had something else over here, and I can't remember what it was, but it didn't take whatsoever. And then I have some lupini over there. Did not flower last year, but from the looks of it, that I might get some this year. Anyways, I'm so happy to have my own she shed, just to keep my gardening supplies in one area. I know exactly where they are, not to have my husband's tools in the way. Okay, so this is the other side of my shed, and we had built another box around here, and we actually planted only one branch of a raspberry bush here, I think maybe 2 years ago, and look how much has come up. So just a few weeks ago I had asked my husband if he would mind building a T-post here to hold up the raspberry, because I had watched a few videos of everyone's flopping over, and that's what they had come up with, so I thought that was a really great idea. And yeah, so I'm hoping that's going to help. Not sure about the string or the thinner rope, if that's going to hold. So I had put up a post in between there, but we'll see. And also we have 2 of these water barrels that we have put in our backyard, one here and one on the other side of our house under a spout. And that's been really great to water the flowers without using the house water. So that's been fabulous as well. Okay, and then this is right up against the house. And there's just like maybe a 2-foot space where we used to have some flowers growing, and I put raspberry bushes here, and then I'm kind of leaving just a little area, maybe 6 feet. It kind of narrows down here. I'll show you. So our raspberries end right here, and I just have this tiny area in here. I'm going to try to keep the raspberries. As you can see, they're starting to sprout up, but from this T-post right here and over, which is, like I said, about 6 feet, I'm going to try to keep that some flowers. So this is the side of our house between our fence and the neighbors. It's only maybe about 5 feet. Anyways, this gets full sun, so I thought what I would do is I planted my garlic over there, and we have a little bit more raspberries here. Trying to use every space that we can to get as much food as we can. So I thought I would end this video inside the house showing you where I have my indoor greenhouse. So I just got this greenhouse from Amazon, and I think I got this about 3 to 4 years ago. And at first I was just using any kind of little tables that I had in front of a window, because right over here is a nice big window. And but then I decided to bite the bullet about 2 years ago, and I purchased this from Amazon, and I only have 2 sets of lights, so it's top shelf and the 3rd shelf down I have the lights. But this year I just purchased the tube lighting, and I'm not going to put it up because there's only about another week or 2 left until everything goes outside. So but yeah, so I wanted to just share the small areas. You don't need a huge area to grow some starters in your inside your house. So I hope this video gave you even a few ideas of you know, how you can do your backyard and grow as much food as possible, even with a smaller backyard. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching, and take care, and we'll see you on the next video.